Hello, athletes, and welcome to the 2017 Youth and Junior National Championships pre-race briefing and webinar. My name is Brian D'Amico, and I will be the race director for the event. Certainly looking forward to having everyone in Westchester this year on August 5th and 6th for race days. As we go through this, you may start, stop, pause. Please listen as much as you can. This kind of gives you a background and briefing of the event, some intricacies. All these are also listed on our website. But this is a great tool for you to have and listen to as we progress. First and foremost, I want to begin with our National Events app. This is new for 2017. So this allows athletes, spectators, families, and friends to track an athlete's live progress within each individual race via the USA Triathlon National Events app. We would love for you to download that app. It's a free app to download on either the Apple or Android devices. Just by searching USA Triathlon National Events. This will download directly to your phone. In the bottom of this slide, you will see this is what the app icon will look once it populates to your home screen. And just make sure you visit. This will house all of our national championship events for 2017. Just simply click on the Youth and Junior Nationals screenshot that you see to the right. Running through the main app features, so you'll be able to track yourself or other participants. Note that multiple participants may be tracked at one time. So if you're a coach or team manager, you can literally put all your athletes into the queue and you can track those athletes. You can register for push notifications for each of those, or simply pull up the app and see where their exact location is based off of where the timing mats are. Please note that these are approximate based off of when they have last crossed the timing mats. You can have these updates either automatically post to Facebook, Twitter, push notifications, or text messaging. You can receive important notifications about the event for USA Triathlon. So we will push out these notifications. We will not push out every single race start, but the start of race days, any pertinent weather information that may come through. If you sign up for these push notifications, you will get these in real time once our communication team pushes these out. You can view the overall race results and the current race leaderboard. Take a photo or selfie with event-related filters, register to volunteer for the event if you do have some spare time, as well as view pertinent event information and schedules. So we really find this to be a very valuable tool where you literally have everything with you at all times. So if you need to check anything prior to racing, it's very, very easily accessible. Here's a quick run through on how to follow participants. So on the right side here, you'll see Cody has been tracked and is being tracked, as well as Matt. So this top portion, this would be an example of if I, as Brian, wanted to track both Cody and Matt. I've inputted both of those into my system. I can see where their locations are, as well as the course route. And on the bottom, you'll see that Cody has completed the race. It gives us swim, bike, and run split times, as well as T1 and T2 times and average pace. To do this, you go to the USAT Youth and Juniors main event page, click on live tracking, and then find a participant. From here on out, it's pretty self-explanatory. You'll search for that participant. It will ask you if you want to track. You say yes. That will automatically populate to the live tracking page. Now shifting to the schedule of events, beginning with Friday, August 4th. So swim course familiarization will be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the elites only. Please note that Steve Kelly has pushed this out to all the teams and also posted on the website. Please make sure you come for your scheduled time based off of what Steve has outlined. Packet pickup will be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. as well as the expo at Voice of America Park in the Lodge. From 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., the Kids Pre-Race Clinic will be taking place at Voice of America Park. This is all on a pre-register basis via our website. The Youth Elite and Junior Elite Race Briefing. This will be at 2:30 p.m. For those that have been in previous years, it will be at a different location this year. It will be at Lakota East High School Auditorium and Theater. That address is 6840 Lakota Lane, Liberty Township, Ohio, 45044, which is also listed on the bottom of the slide. This is mandatory for all elite athletes, and then immediately following at 3:15 will be the MTR race briefing, which is also at the same location and mandatory for all relay athletes. Saturday, August 5th, again at Voice of America Park, running through this schedule for the elite athletes. At 7 o'clock a.m., Junior Elite Female TA will open. So that transition will be open from 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. We will also offer a Junior Elite Female Swim Warm-Up from 7:25 to 7:45 a.m. Junior Elite Females will begin promptly at 8 o'clock a.m. Junior elite male transition will open at 8:40 and will close at 9:25 a.m. We will offer a junior elite male swim warm-up from 9:05 to 9:25 a.m. Please note that as I work through these elite start times and check-ins and schedules, elites will check in on the back side of transition where there'll be a USAT tent and USAT officials checking in those athletes. So please make sure you make your way to that area to check in. The junior elite female course will close at 9:30. Junior elite males will begin at 9:40. All within this time, the youth age group late packet pickup, if you did not pick up your packet on Friday, August 4th, for age group athletes only, you may pick up at the information tent directly adjacent to the finish line from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Youth elite female TA will be open from 10:05 to 10:50 a.m. with a youth elite female swim warm-up from 10:30 to 10:50. Junior elite men course will close at 10:55 a.m. Youth elite females will begin at 11:05. At that same time, youth elite men transition will open at 11:05 and will close at 11:50. Youth elite men swim warm-up will be from 11:30 to 11:50. Youth elite female course will close at 11:55 with the youth elite men starting at 12:05 p.m. At 12:55 p.m., the youth elite men's course will be closed. From then, that wraps up the elite racing for Saturday, August 5th. Something new we're adding, which I will detail here in a few slides for age group athletes only, will be a bike course familiarization from 12:55 to 1:45. From 1:45 to 3:45, we will roll into a youth age group swim course familiarization. The elite awards ceremony will be at VOA Park, Voice of America Park stage, directly adjacent to the finish line at 1:30 p.m., led by Steve Kelly and Tim Yount. And then we will have a youth age group race course talk and Q&A, which is optional but highly recommended for age group athletes. This will take place at Lakota East High School Auditorium and Theater, which again is located at 6840 Lakota Lane, Liberty Township, Ohio, 45044. Shifting into Sunday, August 6th, the final day of racing. For elite mixed team relay, transition will be open from 6 o'clock a.m. until 7:15 a.m. We will offer a relay swim warm-up from 7 o'clock a.m. to 7:20 a.m. The relay will begin promptly at 7:30 and ending at 9 o'clock a.m. Youth age group transition will open at 9:30. So as we shift from the relay ending to youth age group starting, we will be restickering a couple racks. We will let you in as close and as early as 9:30. It will be no later than 9:30, hopefully sooner if we can get all the elite athletes moved out. So elite athletes, very important. As soon as your race ends, you need to head into transition, remove all your bikes and gear so we can flip TA for the age group athletes. Youth age group TA will open at 9:30, with also the relay award ceremony taking place at 9:30. Youth age group transition will close at 10:40. So the time frame you're looking at for youth age group transition check-in will be from 9:30 to 10:40. This is a mandatory time where all youth age group athletes must check in their biking gear. Moving forward to Sunday for the youth age group race, we will have a para open race for ages 7 through 15, which will be a mass start at 10:40. Boys 13 through 15 mass start will be at 10:45. Girls 13 through 15 race mass start will be at 10:47. At 10:50 will be the boys 11 through 12 race start time trials. So boys 11 through 12, girls 11 through 12, boys 9 to 10, girls 9 to 10, boys 7 to 8, girls 7 to 8. All these will be time trial starts. So prior to race start, we will stage you on the grassy hill. We'll have wooden dowel rods, which also have which wave needs to stage where. We'll need to line you up sequentially by number. Now, what a time trial start is, we will start you every 3 to 5 seconds, jumping feet first off the dock. Our staff will help administer this into the water. I will run through this in more detail in a couple slides. But the boys 11 through 12 race start time trial will be at 10:50. At 10:53, girls 11 through 12 time trial start. The girls and boys 11 through 15 course close, as well as PC Open ages 7 through 15 will close at 11:36 a.m. 11:46 a.m. boys 9 through 10 time trial start. 11:49 girls 9 through 10 time trial start. 11:52 a.m. boys 7 through 8 time trial start. 11:55 a.m. girls 7 to 8 time trials start with a course closure for boys and girls 7 through 10 at 12:35 p.m. And the youth age group award ceremony will still be at Voice of America Park at the stage right by the finish line at 1:15 p.m. Packet pickup procedures. All athletes must pick up their packets. This will take place on Friday, August 4th at Voice of America Park in the lodge from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Late packet pickup will also be offered on Saturday, August 5th in the info tent from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You must have your USAT membership card with you, and all athletes must be present to receive their packet and goodie bag. Team tent area. So team tents must set up their team tents in the designated areas on the following map on the following page. For setup times, Tuesday through Thursday. So the Cox Road gate will be open for entry and departure. The Liberty Way gate and Butler Warren gate will be closed Tuesday through Thursday. Trailers may be left in the team tent area, but please ensure they are placed so space can be maximized by other. Very important, teams, please try to keep things as concise as possible. As you know, the team tent area is continuing to grow each year, so we need to be respectful of not only our area, but also other areas as well. Note that no vehicles shall be left in the team tent area. So if you're bringing in a trailer with a truck, you may bring your truck and trailer in there, drop the trailer, and then you must leave with your truck. No vehicles may be left in that area. On Friday, the Cox Road gate will be closed all day. The Butler Warren gate will be open all day, and all traffic will need to enter and depart through the Butler Warren gate. There is a drop-off exception on Friday, in that the Liberty Way gate will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Friday, managed by Westchester PD and Metro Parks PD, for vehicles to enter only for the purpose of dropping off. Once the vehicle is dropped off their equipment, they will proceed through the park to the athletic complex, which is the upper parking lot for parking. All traffic will exit through the Butler Warren gate. There are no exceptions to this. No traffic, vehicular, bicycle, or pedestrian traffic will be allowed to exit through the Liberty Way gate. It's only an entry area on Friday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. On Saturday and Sunday, the Cox Road gate will be closed all day, as will the Liberty Way gate. Liberty Way gate will be closed. Please no drop-off on Saturday and Sunday on Liberty Way. Note that team tents need to be lowered on both Friday and Saturday evenings, or if you have set up prior to those dates. As I mentioned, absolutely no stopping, loading, or unloading will be permitted on Liberty Way. Anyone who stops or parks their vehicles on Liberty Way will receive a citation. Their vehicle may be towed or impounded. This presents a safety hazard for the community as well as athletes, so please make sure you follow the procedures outlined on the previous slide. Again, those leaving trailers in the team tent area may not leave their vehicles there. Trailers may be hitched and removed upon the conclusion of the event. Upon removal, no stopping, loading, or unloading along Liberty Way. Very important, team tents must be set back at least 5 feet from the edge of the course to allow enough space for athletes and staff to move freely. All individual and teams shall and should remain clear of the boat ramp on the north side of the lake at all times so that marine rescue units can be staged so they can do their duties and operate in a safe manner, not only for themselves, but also ensuring safety on the water. Teams may not rope off team tent area in a way that prevents pedestrian passage to any part of the course, expo, or recovery zone areas. Teams may not alter the landscape or vegetation in any way. They may not move any tables or toilet belonging to the park or race organizers to their specific areas. And lastly, teams, please be considerate of the park and other teams when setting up your team areas to ensure that space is maximized to the best. Here's a brief overview of the team tent location, again to the north side of the lake. Here's the team tent area. We're permitted to stage tents. There will be an overflow area in the southwest portion of the map if needed to be utilized. There'll be no team tents directly behind the finish line and announcer stage. On the bike course prior to race day, due to the increased traffic density, so those that have been there in prior years, even last year, there's much more development that has gone on, which means increased vehicular traffic. Westchester's PD has strongly advised against riding on either Cox or Liberty Way prior to race day on bicycle. This is solely due to the safety concerns that arose last year with not only cyclist accidents, but overall safety for athletes and motorists. Parking information Friday through Sunday. It will be available on the upper parking lot at Voice of America soccer fields. You must park at this location, and no parking is allowed on the course or in other lots within the park. The only entrance to the park will be off Butler Warren Road. You will not be permitted to enter off of Cox or VOA Park Drive on Friday through Sunday. When entering the park, you will need to purchase a daily $5 hang tag that will give you access to VOA Park. If you are going to enter in the park more than one day, then it's highly recommended that you purchase an annual hang tag permit for $10. This details the parking map. So as I had mentioned, the Butler Warren entrance is to the east side of the map here. The thick red line is where the roads are closed. So you need to enter off of Butler Warren Road, continue down Butler Warren, continue down. These will be the two parking soccer field areas. The dotted yellow line also indicates those parking walking paths. Body marking and sticker placement. So we will detail these. So the first one is your bike posts. So these will wrap around and adhere to one another that need to go on your bike posts. These will be your swim cap stickers. Please note that these don't stick very well. So our race staff will go ahead and number your swim caps with Sharpie prior to packet pickup. The below are these three on the bottom with the Perugia Project logo. Will need to go on your helmet. So as detailed here, you need to have one on the front and one on either side, totaling 3. Your race bibs noted below, we will give you safety pins, or if you have a race belt, those need to be adhered as well. Again, this kind of details, we will not have a bag check sticker, so please disregard this. There will be a I'm supporting sticker, so this is basically an extra sticker that you may give to family members, spectators that say they're supporting your specific race number. Body marking, so there will be body marking race morning for age group athletes only. So we will mark on the outside of each bicep, the outside of each calf, as well as put your race number on the back of your calf. For lead athletes, tattoos will be given in your race packet, so please make sure that your quad set of tattoos are put at the same locations outside of either arm and outside of either calf. All athletes will be given a disposable timing band, so very quickly to run through the procedure for these. So these need to be wrapped around your ankle. You'll peel off the white tab on the back of that and press firmly into place to the timing band to ensure maximum hold. Please make sure that the number is visible on the outside of your leg. Pending the course is wetsuit legal, which is not anticipated that it will be wetsuit legal, please make sure the tag is underneath the leg of your wetsuit and cannot be attached over the leg of your wetsuit. Again, anticipate a non-wetsuit legal swim, but just want to make sure we deliver this information just in case it should be a wetsuit legal swim. Rules briefing for youth, junior elite, and relay. Again, youth elite and junior elite will be Friday, August 4th at 2:30 at Lakota East High School. MTR will be immediately following at 3:15 p.m. Please make sure your presence. The officials and Steve Keller will be handing out wristbands noting that you did attend these briefings. The head official will be Susan MacArthur. Moving into the youth age group briefing, the head official will be Jay Ritterbeck, which will be Saturday, August 5th at 4 p.m. Again, optional but highly recommended. It will be at Lakota East High School Auditorium, and this is a visual for not only age group athletes, but also the elite athletes as to the entry location. Here's an aerial shot of that specific location of Lakota East High School. So you'll see plenty of parking both to the north and to the west, the main entry point where you will enter, and you'll be directed into the auditorium and theater areas. These are the mandatory rules for youth age group. So for the swim, no propulsive or artificial flotation devices, a feet first entry with no diving, bike, no aero bars of any kind, no disc wheels, no aero style helmets or helmets with a tail extending to the rear, and no unauthorized assistance of any kind, including pacing during competition, will be allowed. On the run, shoes must be worn. No authorized assistance, again, of any kind, including pacing during competition, will be permitted. In transition, bikes may use kickstands but must be upright in T1 and T2. No parents or coaches inside a transition area at any time, and no riding bikes in the transition area. For age group bike check-in, this will take place from 9:30 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. This will be on the back side of transition by the red USA Triathlon tent, so a line will need to be formed. Feel free to line up prior to that 9:30 check-in time. Our staff and volunteers will work our way through the line to not only write race numbers on arms and calves and age on the back of the calf, but also make sure you're set. So once transition does open, if you have already been body marked, you can make your way to the front of the line, get checked in. We will do the best we can. It's always a huge line year after year. We will split up where we're body marking athletes as we go through the line, get you marked, and then transition as soon as possible. You must have your wristband and bike number on. Bike support will be provided by Bike Fix outside of the transition area, both before and during the race. Again, only athletes permitted into transition with no excess bags in transition. So race essentials only. There'll be no bag check tent, so athletes should leave bags at team tents or with family. Youth age group seeding. So for athletes racing in the 8 through 15-year-old age groups, the first 5 athletes in each wave in each gender will be seeded again as we did last year based off of last year's results at Youth Nationals. Seeding will be based off of the top 5 returning finishing athletes. In the event that the top 5 finishers from 2016 are not in attendance, we will roll down until we meet the top 5 athlete designation. For those that are in the top 5 of their age group, they will be receiving custom white caps to wear during the swim to recognize as the top 5 finisher for the prior year. I touched upon this, but the youth age group bike course familiarization. So we're very excited to offer this and working with Westchester PD and the incident management team. So following the elite race, which will end at 12:55 p.m., we will offer a youth age group bike course familiarization from 12:55 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. All athletes must have appropriate bike gear in order to ride the familiarization, which will be led by USAT and police. This includes helmet, this includes proper gear, this includes bike. All athletes are asked to meet right outside of transition at the bike out area no later than 12:55. Either myself or Assistant Race Director Matt Rieger will do a quick course talk and run through policy and procedures to ensure safety during this familiarization. Note that the roads will still be shut down for this additional time. We will depart this area by 1:05 to 1:10 p.m. We will ride as a group. Everyone must stay together. So we'll leave at the same time, travel on closed roads in one large slow pack at slow speeds. This is only open to athletes. No coaches or parents are permitted. Please know that USAT will obviously give a thorough instruction, as I'm doing now through this pre-race briefing. We will detail the turnaround points on Liberty Way, the turnaround point on Cox Road, depending on the age group, whether it's 7 through 10 or 11 through 15. We will detail for those that are doing 2 laps, how they will complete those 2 laps, or those that are doing 1 lap. And again, multiple stops will be had on the course for instruction. For youth age group swim familiarization, this will take place immediately following the bike course familiarization. All athletes for age group must have their swim caps. Ages 7 through 10 will be from 1:45 to 2:45. Ages 11 through 15 will be from 2:45 to 3:45. The water will be cleared for those specific age groups at 2:45 and 3:45 respectively. Again, only athletes will be permitted in this area. This will be managed by Westchester PD as well as USA Triathlon, ensuring everything is straightforward. Please note the line will begin here. You'll then proceed down the grassy hill. It'll be a jump in feet first. We will have plenty of safety and lifeguards on duty. This is just to kind of get you used to the water. You will not be swimming your specific course. So you'll just swim a shallow arc to the swim exit so you can test out the swim exit as well. For age group swim course, so it'll be a 1-lap course for all age group. 11 through 15 will do a 200-meter swim. 7 through 10, 100 meters. And all PC Open athletes will also do a 200-meter swim. As of yesterday, July 20th, the water temperature was 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Mass start will be ages 13 through 15 only. Time trial in water start will be for ages 12 and under. So the in water start will be the mass start. You will walk onto the dock, jump in feet first. It will be hand on dock with an air horse start. For ages 12 and under, you will enter the dock area, wait for the karate chop, which Tim Yount will do. You will then jump feet first into the water and complete your rectangular swim. It'll be a clockwise loop with the buoys on your right side. The yellow triangular will be your turn buoys. Support will be on water, and please be at start 10 minutes prior to your wave start. Prior to your wave start, again, we will stage you on that grassy hill, so please make sure you're down there in advance with your swim cap on. We'll get you staged in that area. So this details the swim course for the youth age group racers. So swim start, again, jumping in feet first. 11 through 15 will do the 200-meter, a right-hand turn around the yellow triangular, another right-hand turn, yellow triangular, exit the water, and a run to transition. So we're happy to report this year for age group and elite athletes, the distance from swim exit to swim into transition will all be carpeted. So hopefully that will assist with that surface. 7 through 10, again, feet first, it'll be a 100-meter swim. Youth age group bike course. 11 through 15-year-olds would do a 2-lap course. This is extremely important that upon making the 180-degree turnaround at Cox Road, athlete will continue past Voice of America Park Drive to complete their second lap. So you'll continue straight up Cox and then a ride on Liberty. You will not ride through the park to get to your second lap. It's the athlete responsibility to know this, not only the number of laps, but also the course as a whole. PC Open athletes will do the same 2-lap course. 7 through 10-year-olds will do a 1-lap 5K. It's a flat course with roads closed to traffic, and there's no aid station on the bike course. So I will run through this very quickly to detail this. So you will leave transition. There will be a clearly marked bike mount line. You'll head out onto Liberty Way, continue down Liberty Way where you'll make a 180-degree turn. Continue westbound where you'll make a left on Cox Road. Make a U-turn. So this point here is what I spoke of. So very, very important. So for youth age group and PC Open, which will be doing 2 laps, you will continue straight on Cox Road to get to your second lap where you'll make a right-hand turn on Liberty Way. Make a U-turn on Liberty, make a left-hand turn on Cox Road, make the U-turn on Cox. So once you've completed your second lap, you will stay right to the far right, make a right-hand turn, go around the lollipop within the venue, make a right-hand turn, and head into transition to dismount. For ages 7 through 10, you will be doing a 1-lap course. We will cone you directly into the venue. So again, for 7 through 10-year-olds doing 1 lap, you'll do a U-turn on Liberty Way, make a left-hand turn on Cox Road, a U-turn on Cox Road. You will be coned into the venue where you'll make a right-hand turn around the lollipop here, a right-hand turn into transition. Youth age group run course, 11 through 15-year-olds who are doing a 1-lap out and back 2K. PC Open, again, same course, a 2K 1-lap course. 7 through 10-year-old will be a 1-lap course. It's all in a running path, approximately 8 to 10 feet in width, which will be center line coned. There'll be 1 aid station with Gatorade and water, as well as volunteers on course. So to detail these maps, we will run through the older age group first. So you will exit transition onto the running path. You will hit your first aid station at this location. Running to the right side of the path, the older age group will have a second aid station. You will do the U-turn kind of around the V, which is a slight change from last year. You will then continue with a straight shot into the finish. For youth age group, very similar. The distance for the turnaround will just be shortened. So you'll continue out of transition, hit your aid station, a U-turn that is clearly marked, and then head into the finish. Please note that we will have timing mats at the turnaround points of each course to ensure all athletes are completing the appropriate course and appropriate distance. Transition will have the mount and dismount lines clearly marked. Bike racks will be individually numbered, so you must rack at that assigned location. No parents or coaches will be permitted in transition, and only race essentials will be permitted in transition. This kind of runs through the flow, so we will kind of run through this. For those PC Open athletes, there will be a pre-transition staging area for those athletes. Please note that this is only for PC Open athletes. So upon exiting the swim, you will run on the carpeted path up to transition where you will enter swim in. You'll then get your bike, helmet on, what you need for the bike. You will then go on the bike out. The mount line will be clearly marked with a thick green line. You'll then mount your bike, out, complete the bike. Once you've completed either your 2 laps for PC Open in ages 11 through 15 or 1 lap for ages 7 through 10, you will dismount at the dismount line, also with a huge dismount arch. You'll run your bike into transition, re-rack your bike. You may rack by either the seat or the handlebars. You will then get your running gear on, including your race bib for the run, head out on the run course. You'll complete the appropriate run course for youth age group and then head into the finish line. Shifting to elites for bike check-in. I'd already detailed these, but this is a more concise and easy to read location for each specific, whether it's youth elite or junior elites and whether you're male or female. So junior elite female will be from 7 a.m. to 7:45, mandatory check-in. Junior elite male, 8:40 a.m. to 9:25 a.m. mandatory. Youth elite female, 10:05 to 10:50 mandatory. Youth elite male, 11:05 to 11:50. You must have your wristband and bike number. Again, bike support will be provided by Bike Fix at transition before and during the race, and only athletes will be permitted into transition. Parking, refer to the previous parking map I mentioned. No excess bags in transition, race essentials only. Please make sure you know there's no back check tent, and you should leave your bags at team tents or with family members or spectators. The swim course for youth and junior elite. So it will be a 1 lap course for youth elite, 375. 1 lap for junior elite, 750. The water temp as of July 20th was 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So we anticipate a non-wetsuit legal swim. Note that transition is in the upper parking lot, not the one closest to the lodge, the upper parking lot. The swim will be a clockwise loop with buoys on the right. The orange sight buoys, you may swim to either side of those orange sight buoys. The yellow triangular buoys will always be on your right shoulder. You must go around those buoys with your right shoulder. There'll be support on water via boats, lifeguards, and personal watercraft. Please be at start no later than 10 minutes prior to your scheduled race start. So detailing the course, there will be a new swim dock this year, which we're very excited about. Butler County Visitors Bureau has purchased this on behalf of the event, so very excited for that. The older age group. This map does not detail the orange sight buoys, but those will be present. Again, the orange sight buoys are strictly sight buoys. You may swim to either side of those. The older age group, once you pass those orange sight buoys, you'll make a right-hand turn at the orange-yellow buoys, another right-hand turn, and it's a straight shot to the swim exit, which will be 2 stairs, followed by a platform, followed by a short run up a hill before you enter the carpeted path into transition. Ages 13 through 15 for the elites will do a very similar course, just half of the distance, where they'll make 2 right turns, keeping the yellow triangular buoys on their right shoulder to the swim exits. The bike course for both youth and junior elite. Youth elite will be a 2-lap 10K. Junior elite will be a 4-lap 20K. Lap out rule will be in effect, managed by not only motos, but also officials on those motos. The roads are closed to traffic, and there is no aid station on these courses. There will be a timing mat at the bike turnaround location, so please make sure you do not cut the course short, whether you're in the lead pack or trail pack. So running through kind of how this flow will happen, you exit the swim into TA, you're going to mount your bike at this location, you're going to head out onto Liberty Way, make the U-turn just prior to the intersection of Liberty and Butler Warren Road, a left-hand turn on Cox. You'll make a U-turn on Cox Road before you'll make a right-hand turn into VOA Park Drive. Around the Lollipop, where you make a right turn on the road that heads back into the venue. You'll be led by a lead moto. There'll also be a SAG moto behind that last athlete. You will split the middle between the upper and lower parking lot to get to your next lap. So for youth elites, this is to get to your second lap. For junior elites, it's to get to your second, third, and fourth laps. So you'll come through the middle of transition, make a right-hand turn on Liberty Way. You can complete this for either your appropriate number of laps, whether it be 2 or 4. Once you get into this location, the mount line will be clearly noted here, where you'll dismount at this location, head into TA, and then out onto the run. The run course for youth and junior elite will be a 1-lap 2.5K course for youth and 2-lap 5K course for juniors. It's a running path one way on that running path, with one aid station offering Gatorade water and Carb Boom energy gel with volunteers on course. Before I get too far, I do want to back up on a slide. This not only applies to youth elites, but also age group athletes. Parents, please make sure parents, coaches, families, those in attendance, no one is permitted on the north side of Liberty Way or on Cox Road. All parents must be behind the barricade, and PD will help to manage this. You must be in this grassy area. This will be hard barricaded. So please make sure you're off the curb by at least a foot or 2. These athletes come whipping around this first turn as they head out on the Liberty Way. So please just make sure you heed the advice of not only USAT officials, but also Westchester PD. The run course for youth elite and junior elite. So you exit TA, you will take a right onto the running path where you'll hit your first aid station. Around the running path, for those that are doing 1 lap, the youth elite run, we will cone you directly into the finish. For junior elite, there will be signage as well saying stay left for next lap, right to finish. Once all those athletes are on their second lap, we will then cone you directly into the finish line once all junior elites have completed their 2-lap 5K course. Transition, again, dismount lines will be clearly marked. Bike marks will be individually numbered. No parents or coaches will be allowed in transition, and only race essentials will be permitted in transition. So running through TA flow here. So you'll exit the water here. You'll run on the carpeted pathway up to transition. Into the transition area, gather your bike essentials, head out on the bike. Mount line will be located here. Head out here, completing either 2 or 4 laps. As you come in to either do your next lap, again, you're going to travel over the dismount line. You do not need to dismount when you're going to your next laps. through the middle parking lots onto your either second lap for the youth or second, third, and fourth lap for juniors. Once you've completed an appropriate number of bike laps, you will dismount. There will not be a dismount arch. There will simply be a dismount line with volunteers and or officials. You'll head in, dismount, rack your bike, head out on the run course. Again, as you come down this way, you're going to take a right to go around the lake. You'll either do the 1 or 2 laps and head into the finish once you've completed the appropriate number of laps. Here's a quick overview of the venue for all athletes. Again, Transition and USA Triathlon Trailer will be located in the upper parking lot. Packet Pickup and Expo will be located within the lodge at VOA Park. There will be a select number of restrooms also within the area. There'll also be a couple banks of porta-johns located just north of the team tent area, as well as at the swim start area. Water monsters will be located just outside of the lodge, as well as close to the swim start area. Finish line, grandstands, and announcers will be located here on the grass area, as well as the medical trailer, and then your post-race food for athletes, stage, and volunteer info results will all be located central to this area. For those PC Open athletes and PC Open athletes only, the pre-transition area will be located here within the orange polygon. Shifting to the MTR swim course relay, so detailing how this will work. So all number 1 athletes for all teams, it will be a mass start, dive start. So it will be a 250-meter swim with no orange sight buoys, strictly 2 orange-yellow turn buoys, which need to be kept on that right-hand shoulder. So you'll go around those 2 orange-yellow buoys, swim exit up to transition. For all athletes, and this will be detailed in the subsequent slides here, they will make the tag in this area where all athletes will be staged. You will run carefully and slowly down the grassy hill. You will then run onto the dock for a swim start. So athletes 2, 3, and 4, it will not be a mass start. Once you are done and do a physical tag, you will jump into the water. Bike course from MTR will be a 1-lap course. So head into TA, make the U-turn prior to Liberty Way, make the U-turn on Cox Road. We will cone you into the venue around the Lollipop. You will dismount into transition before you head out onto the run. Run course will be a 1-lap out and back. Please note that this will be a different finish line location than you would have done the prior day. So it's a 1.2-lap course. You'll exit transition. We will offer an aid station if you would like to utilize that. You'll make the U-turn on the running path. At this location is the MTR tag zone. So we will do our best calling the athletes and team names that are approaching. We will stage athletes 2 and then athletes 3 and then athletes 4 to the front of that area, depending on what leg we're on and what leg we're approaching for that. It must be a physical tag. The athlete that is racing, once you make the physical tag, you should continue through the finish line area. You must have your chip cut off, and our staff will be there to do so. You're then free to watch the rest of the race. Those athletes that have been tagged, again, you need to proceed safely and slowly down the grassy hill onto the dock. You may dive into the water, complete a 250-meter swim. This relay details that a little more. So again, exiting the water, going into the swim area, onto the bike. Mount line will be clearly marked as well. You do the 1-lap bike, dismount, which will also be clearly marked. Into the bike in, you're heading out to the run out. So it's an out and back. The outbound route will be closest to the bike course. Inbound will be closest to the water. You would make the physical tag. Athletes 2, 3, and 4 will then run down the grassy hill carefully into the water, completing their swim, and then it continues thereon. Once you make the tag, athletes that are making the tag, you'll then continue to the finish line, which will be noted by a large black inflatable Roka arch. Aid stations for this, you have 1 aid station on the run course with Gatorade Endurance, as well as water and ice, card boom, and no bottle exchange on the bike course. Finish line will offer water, medical support, finisher medal for all athletes, with the exception of MTR. Post-race food will also be present directly adjacent, and individual printed unofficial results will be provided at the finish line. Penalties will be posted, and all results are final just before the awards ceremony. For the awards ceremony, it will be 3 deep in all categories. Elites will be Saturday, August 5th at 1:30 on the stage. Relay will be at 9:30. We will also offer the Youth Club Award 3 deep, 7 through 15-year-olds every single year, and each gender, male and female, will be 3 deep. That will be at 1:15 p.m., as well as PC Open, which will be broken out in the top 3, male and female, and also 3 different categories within the PC Open category. Top athlete in each category we'll also offer for the age group athletes. So fastest swim 7 through 10, fastest swim 11 through 15 per gender. Same with bike and same for run. That wraps up all the race essentials. Again, all this information is listed on the website, so make sure as athletes that you know the course. It's your responsibility to know the course. A quick thank you to not only Butler County Visitors Bureau, Incident Management Team, Metro Parks of Butler County, Westchester Township, and Bike Fix, but also to all the staff and volunteers, as well as USAT partners to make this a successful race. So listed here, athletes will be receiving hats from Voco, for example. Ashworth Awards has produced our awards, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our partner suppliers and travel partners that help support us, help support you as athlete, coaches, families to make this all possible. So please make sure in and around the venue, if you see staff, volunteers, city authorities donating their time, take the time if you feel necessary to thank them. A lot of time and effort has been put into this to make sure this is a safe event for not only athletes but also the public and those spectating the event. If you do have questions, please feel free to send those to the national events at usatriathlon.org. Want to wish everyone safe travels to Westchester and looking forward to a great race. Thank you, everyone.